Hi there folks, today I'm going to do a tabletop review of the Manly Wasp. Now this is the super steel version, which is in, as you can see, S90V steel. So first of all, here's what comes in the box. We've got these Allen key or hex bolt keys. They're just called Allen keys to me. We've got a little book detailing everything. So as you can see, the length is 174mm opened, 99mm closed. The width is 21mm. The overall weight is 75 grams. So the steel, on this particular model, as I've mentioned, is CPM S90V US. Now this is crucible steel. Now this is a super steel because basically all the qualities of other steels has been combined basically to make a super steel. So it's a bit of a new kind of steel. If you ever watch DBK, they test CPM 3V and CPM steels, and the hard, the brilliant, they maintain the edges even after abuse. Right. The length is 71mm. The thickness, 2.8mm. The width, 23mm. The sharpening angle is 15. The Rockwell is 59 to 61. This is military green, as you can see. So the warranty card. So it's the lifetime warranty, which is epic. And as you can see, it's made in Bulgaria. So let's take a look. I'm not going to measure it because I believe that will be correct. Now I have seen other models and it says Manly on the pocket clip. Now this one does not. It has this emblem here. I don't really know what to describe that as. The bolt layout appears to be exactly the same as other people's reviews. As you can see, it's just getting in focus. Now, when I hold this, I have a large size glove. I can grab 4 inches on a ruler. I can demonstrate this just quickly. This is just for people with different hand sizes to gauge whether it will work for them. So, 4 inches on the ruler. Now, this has a semi-choil cut out here, as you can see. And let me just demonstrate this back spring. So, 1 click, locks off there, in a choil, so you're not going to cut yourself. 2 clicks, 3, 4. So 4 clicks. Opening. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got a heck of a strong back spring. Now, why do I think this knife is so special? I believe this blade shape, this is nice deep flat grind. A flat grind is very, very easy to sharpen on the Lansky system. It's 15 degrees, which is similar to a kitchen knife. Now, if anyone's ever used a Lansky sharpening system, they'll know just how easy it is to sharpen something, to raise a sharpness with the Lansky Deluxe system. This is the one that I have. And then it also has a ceramic finishing stone as well, which polishes the edge. Now, I would recommend doing that because it makes a better quality bevel on the knife. So, the blade shape. I believe this to be very non-threatening, just like this TBS bore. As you can see, it's a gnat's bigger than the TBS bore. I'm just going to go through a few others. Now, the Whitby knife. I've got a couple of them to put out. As you can see, I believe, personally, that all these blade shapes are very non-threatening. They have a very classic look, a very penknife sort of look. And I don't believe, genuinely, that you're going to have any such problem with the law in the UK. Right, this is just something I'm going to display. Now, although the legislation says the cutting surface, the whole of this blade is still under 3 inches. So therefore, there should be no confusion if you stop with this, unless you're in a sensitive area. Please follow your local knife laws, that is imperative. Now, I'm just going to compare a few more. So we have the Boker here. I've done a video on this. As you can see, this is more of a pen-shaped blade, or spear-type blade. As you can see, it's not a heck of a lot smaller. So I'm shaking like mad here. So it's not a heck of a lot smaller than the Manly. Why is that good? Because it just looks very non-threatening. Now this, I believe impressions count when it comes to pen knives in the UK. Because although you're not falling foul of the legislation, I think the less threatening it looks, the less drama you're going to have should you ever be stopped with it. You should never really be stopped unless you've got intelligence on you, you're acting suspiciously, or you've got a previous maybe, or maybe you match the description of someone who's been a bit naughty. So, I personally like this Boker. Now for me, this particular blade shape looks a little bit more threatening. It does not in any way fall foul of the legislation. It has an absolutely amazing choil. There's quite a few other knives that have good choils. I also have the UK PK leaf shaped blade. Now, I personally would recommend this over the UK PK on the basis it's a heck of a lot better steel. I'd say its build quality is better. Its pocket clip, in my opinion, is better. Now, I have taken some pictures of this in the pocket, and I shall attach them. I will pop a link in the description. Now, I got this from Moonraker. Now, they've offered a very good price, and they even popped a little note in there, which was handwritten. I really appreciated that. I found that really good. Now, this would be a good UK EDC partnered up with something like this. This is the Ranger. Now, these two will solve just about any task you want. So I would recommend this for people who work in offices, people who like bushcraft because of its premium steel and its flat ground. You could easily prepare game because once again it's a flat ground. You could prepare meals. You could pretty much do anything you want with this knife. Now, this next subject is for the US market only and other countries where it is lawful to do so. I believe yes, if you was to put a thumb stud on this, or in its current state, in America, if it is lawful to do so, and you are lawfully doing it, this could maybe, yes, be used for self-defense. However, obviously, I'd recommend using a lock knife or a fixed blade, complying with all the legislation of that land, of where that person is. In the UK, this is a good UK EDC. Now, I'm going to compare it to something else now, and I'm just going to do a little test on the camera. Now, as we know, I've started to modify this. I've not finished it. This is the Boker Worldwide, I believe. This has a very strong back spring as well. As you can hear how brutally strong that is. Now, I'm just going to do a little test for myself to see how comparable. So, the final part of this is comparable to the Boker Worldwide. Now, with this silly little thumb stud I've put on, I can open that. Now, I don't mind saying it, I'm a strong person, but I believe I'm going to attach a thumb stud to this. A lot of people do this. I'm going to test it personally without modifying it. I'm not going to modify it if it needs modifying, because I think it's quite frankly fit for purpose as it is. Now, I would like it to be one hand opening, although I can live without it should I have to modify it. I don't want to modify it. For £55, I don't want to touch it. I think for that price, that is an absolute bargain. A super steal for that price. I'll just show you the quality of everything. As you can see, no gappiness, well machined. Let's just have a look at the bevel. I mean, I'm going to be picky if I can, because I know how much everyone likes. Now, perhaps I could put that on the Lansky and run the ceramic over it to shine the bevel. Now, all that will do is make the sharpness last longer. But, to be honest, I'm happy with how it is, and I just want to see how it lasts in its current state. So, if you like these sorts of videos, please like and subscribe, and thank you very much for your time. I will do an update when I get the stud, which I've ordered off eBay, and I shall pop that in the link for anyone who likes to add thumb studs to the knives. Thank you for your time.